Hi, everyone. Today, here at www.vintagechristmastree.com, we will be demonstrating uh, or comparing the Penetray 1960s aluminum color wheel with the triangular comb lens. And we'll be comparing that to the Vermont store color wheel, which is a replica or a knockoff of the 1960s color wheel. To begin with, the 1960s aluminum Christmas tree color wheel is made in the United States, and the Vermont store color wheel is made in China. The second thing is that the motor on the Penetray color wheel runs at 2 to 3 RPMs, and the Vermont store color wheel, the motor runs 4 to 6, which is quicker. The other difference is that the Penetray color wheel is solid and heavy, so you're not going to get any tip overs. Whereas the Vermont store, and I'll try to push it up here so you can see it, is made of plastic. The lens on the Vermont store is very lightweight, and the body is also very lightweight. And there have been some comments that it tends to tip over, and that can be an issue. Whereas the Penetrate color wheel is pretty heavy with a nice solid base. Also, the lenses on the Vermont store are very lightweight and not hard plastic as the lenses, the color lenses on the Penetrate. Both wheels today are um, being demonstrated with the same LED bulb, which is a BR40 uh, with a, let's see, LED 90 watts or 100 watts. I'm not sure, quite sure, but I believe that's what they are. So we're trying to use the same light bulb so that we can give a fair uh, review on both. So far, and we'll show you the colors on the Penetrate appear to be more intense and robust than the Vermont store. Now, for those of you who are purists and prefer to have the authentic 1960s, then you probably would be looking at purchasing the Penetrate color wheel. I personally am a purist, and I love aluminum Christmas trees, and I would never think about putting a knockoff to display my trees. But I'm a collector, and there's a difference. There are some people who um, just enjoy the trees and are not collectors, and it really is not that important to them to have an authentic penetrate, and they might be satisfied with the Vermont color wheel, which sells for substantially less than the penetrate. Now, the prices on the authentic penetrates can be all over the place on eBay, but the price on the Vermont color wheel rather, from the Vermont store is, I've seen it from $50 to $71 and shipping. And just to give you a rough range here, I've seen the Penetrate color wheels on the off season for $75 all the way up to $250. At Vintage Aluminum Christmas Tree, we restore them, and our prices range somewhere between 175 and 250, depending on the condition of the wheel. We try to do our best to get color wheels that are in nice shape and lenses that are also have been well taken care of. So that's the difference in the price range. So I can understand why someone who might be on a budget would go with the Vermont color wheel versus the authentic. But again, that's a matter of choice and budget. My preference, because I'm a purist again, is the Penetray. So looking at the colors, this particular Christmas tree is beautiful. It's sold already, and the base is a holly time tree turner. Most people won't have a revolving base; they'll just have their tree stationary. So we're not comparing them with the tree revolving. Although I do like having a revolving tree, I think it's pretty with the color wheel turning as well. So, but today we're going to do it, compare it with stationary tree. So here we have the colors are yellow. And because the color wheel spins slower on the Penetrate, you get that color, that robust color in your vision for a while, as opposed to the Vermont country store where it turns faster. And you'll see when my husband unplugs it and we switch over that the difference. So you have the color changing in your view for a bit. So I think maybe we should switch over. Also, I would before he switches over, um, I would recommend that you place your color wheel. Don't switch over yet. That you place your wheel in the center. Some people excuse me, put it off to the side, and then it throws off colors. If your tree's not rotating, then it just throws off the color to one side of the tree, and the tree appears unbalanced. The best thing to do is to put it in the center so that the whole tree can, in the front at least where you're seeing it, you can see the effects of the color. And another thing that you can do, especially on the bigger trees or taller trees, is you can put a color wheel on each opposite side of the tree, and that looks really nice, and it gives you also some robust color. So there's different ways to make the colors more intense on your tree, but then again, it depends. It depends on the size of the tree, how large your room is, whether the color wheel you're using is radiating lights from the side, all kinds of things. Where you place your color wheel, the angle. There's a lot of variables to consider, but you just have to play around with it, and you'll see which suits you best. All right, so we're going to switch now, and I do apologize. I hate long videos, and here I am doing a long video. Now we're in the dark. This is what it looks like when you have no color wheel. Okay, so now we're going to move the Penetray over, and we're going to place the Vermont wheel where the Penetray was at. Okay, and this is the Vermont wheel, and you see it spins a whole lot faster. And now put it up here a little bit where the other one was at, just be fair. Okay. I don't think the colors are as intense, but they're also not, in my opinion, not lacking. But I think that's because the lenses on this particular wheel are a little more transparent, so you don't get the real intense colors as the Penetrate. And if you look here at the video, you'll see it's spinning so fast that the color doesn't stay in your eyesight for very long because of the speed that it's going. For me personally, I don't particularly care for that. I like to see the color wheel spin a little slower so that I can enjoy it, and it feels a little more relaxed and so on. So again, it's a matter of preference. I again don't particularly care, not because again I'm trying to be very honest here in my review, not because we restore and sell the authentic ones. I just prefer to have the color go by slower, so that I can appreciate more, and not as fast as this Vermont store one is going. And again, the color intensity is not as intense, but it's still um, a good color. it may very well not look intense because it's going by so quickly, but it's a personal choice there also. Overall, I would say that I would have to go with the Penetrate. What about you? I'm asking my significant other.
I don't think there's any doubt that the Penetray is a better color wheel.
Yes, as he said,
If
there's
you can't afford anything else, you can get by with the Chinese knockoff, but it's just not as good.
yeah, I agree with my husband. There's not any doubt that the Penetrate is a much better color wheel, but for a beginner who doesn't have the budget, I I would think that the Vermont store would be adequate. But our preference here is the Penetrate, made in the USA color wheel. Thank you. And thanks for looking. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year.